thank you again for joining us here on a wonderful Thursday evening. This is Bright Bush Pickers. We are joining you again from our homes here in quarantine. Thank you for joining us again. I've said that already twice. That's funny. I'm dumb.
Hey,
But,
everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us.
exactly. So, without further ado, this is Bright Bush Pickers. We're going to go ahead and get started. And Zach, take it away.
All right. Last time we left off, the party had all emerged from the grave of Shanziru after retrieving or receiving the dragon spirit's blessing. But as they emerged, a group of warriors from Cyrilla's village emerged into the jungle clearing and informed them all of the reappearance of that strange infected ghost ship and how it had sent some sea creatures to attack them. The party, minus Metatron and Ulamir, went with these warriors to the village to warn them of the attack, but arrived too late. The battle was already underway. Sea creatures kept emerging up onto the beach and killing many of the warriors, and it was a very close fight until the sea ghost with Metatron and Ulamir and some of those Viking pirate guys they'd met when they first arrived on the island emerged and managed to damage the creaking hive very heavily, causing it to teleport away. And after it did so, the sea creatures all seemed to explode into bursts of poison gas, and the conflict was over.
Ooh, poison gas.
So just now recovering from the conflict, Metatron and Ulamir have come ashore, and we'll pick it up there.
The fuck happened here?
Where have you guys been? We're getting our asses handed to us there for a minute, guys.
Pleasure Cruise.
Yeah,
Good old
definitely.
Pleasure Cruise.
We attacked the one ship. It teleported.
Metatron, I don't know if you're talking into like a sock, but I can't hear a damn thing you're saying.
I'm just gonna have to look at their phone, I guess. Okay.
That went from sultry rich to really close up rich.
I'm still out.
You gotta pick one.
Anyway.
Yeah, we attacked the ship. It left. Because, what the hell were you guys doing?
Fighting, I guess, the things coming off that ship. Because it seems like once the ship was gone, everything else decided to leave too.
I feel like go over to those bodies are still there, right?
Yeah, there's like hunks of like fishy flesh on the beach. Like when they died, they sort of exploded a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's stuff on there's definitely parts of bodies on the beach.
Can I try to look through what's left? If there's any ranged weapons on any of these bodies or anything? I don't know if they had anything.
I mean, most of these guys were just kind of coming at you with their teeth and claws. The big
Even, like-
guy had a spear.
Well, even like the Michael Jackson people.
Oh, the Michael Jackson people? Yeah.
You're gonna steal from my people.
Repurposing.
Yeah, some of them had like short bows and arrows. A few had javelins.
Some sparkly gloves,
Hey, can I take some
top
javelin?
hat or two.
Fedora.
You certainly can.
Oh, can't
Also
attack.
just,
I found a javelin in my back.
Oh.
Here you go.
I can have it back now.
Yes.
It would have been useful a little while ago before it kept dying.
Yeah, that, I mean, would have.
Yeah, that'll be
The
fine.
important thing is you didn't die.
You didn't die. Close, but didn't.
I'll say you find like say like 5 javelins that are in a usable condition.
Cool.
Anything else useful on this beach? I knew the one guy had a trident, but I have those on the ship.
Yeah, this guy actually had a sort of a large spear. It doesn't look particularly special, but yeah,
Nope.
yeah. You guys notice some of the villagers are starting to come out now that they've seen the battle is over. They're just kind of surveying the beach. Some people are starting to gather up the bodies. Some people are starting to like gather wood to build funeral pyres. And as you guys are kind of standing around, this one older looking elf woman who's flanked by a couple of warriors will approach. Cirilla, you recognize this woman as the sort of the leader of your tribe. It's what's her name? I thought of this ahead of time. Yeah, it's her name is Alondra. Yeah. So, yeah, an older elf woman wearing like various hides. She has a couple of short swords strapped to her waist. She'll walk up and say, "Thank you for your assistance, travelers. I don't know that we'd have been able to drive the ship off in time without your timely aid."
Well,
Oh, you know.
you're welcome. So, what are we doing now? Do you still have the blood, Ulamir? Are we still trying to deliver that?
Nah,
Oh, he's
I
got
drank
it.
that.
Okay, man.
He's got it
Well-
forever now.
Certainly you are probably all tired, and I certainly imagine I speak on behalf of our tribe when we say you may rest here for the night.
So sure. I'm assuming we have the ship docked in whatever bay or harbor now, watched so that it doesn't leave anymore.
We're gonna need to go get the side boats. I'm not that tired. I'll be honest.
I need to lay down for a minute.
Yeah.
We haven't slept in a while.
Yeah, we should
I
probably
don't know.
at
That's
least
a
take a long
magical. That is magical acid reflex. You guys got anything for that?
rest. Magic reflex.
I know that pain.
I got some magic Pepto.
So I guess we should probably post here for the night. I didn't get hit too much, but I could re-slot my spell slots, reset my spell slots, so that would be nice. I don't know if you want to go get the other parts of the ship, Metatron, or that you need. That could be done, since you don't seem to be so tired, Captain.
Yeah, that'll work.
I'll go ahead and I'll take the long rest on the ship, but I'll make sure that they go collect the boats or whatever. Our
Dinghies.
long boat.
Oh, the rowboats.
Yeah.
And you guys did have that ship you were towing behind you that was cut loose.
Right.
I imagine you want to reattach that as well.
I'll just have the crew do it and just take my long rest on the ship.
Sure.
Is there a bar in this village?
Not really a bar. They do have alcohol. I mean, they probably, yeah. The village elder will say, of course, all of you are welcome to sleep in the village this evening. We can provide some food and refreshments if you require it.
Oh, I require it.
I want to play my bagpipes for the townspeople.
Oh, we all stand behind him as he sets up, and we're making.
I'm technically proficient in the horn, and because of that performance, because of my background, I could join in. Oh boy.
What's that under?
It should be under
Skills.
skills.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't
Yep.
think of that. 15.
So you begin playing your bagpipes, and at first you can tell that Alondra and her two guards seem to find it jarring initially, but they kind of warm up to it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a good tune. And some of the other people down the beach kind of like look up as they hear the sound of the bagpipes, and you even hear one guy say, "Oh God, we're under attack again." But people kind of settle into it, and they seem to enjoy it.
They always warm up to it. That's what I have
Well,
found.
they don't hate it.
They do hate it.
The lizard folk hate it, and I don't care about them.
I remember a bar in some elf towns of yours that you used to frequent that you played in that weren't so hot there.
I don't remember any of those. That's fine. I don't remember that at all. That was a long time ago, and quite frankly, I don't even think that was me. It was probably someone else.
Good thing there isn't anything called photography right now. Anyway.
What'd you call me?
Nothing. So, we're taking a long rest then, correct? I'm assuming since we're with their village, they have people keeping watch for us so that we don't have to?
Yeah, that's a safe assumption.
Okay.
Yeah, and they'll give you guys like a kind of a modest dinner. A bit of meat, some island fruits. And there's also some kind of like moonshine that they seem to have brewed up somehow that they provide to anyone who wants it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's only going to make your magic reflux worse there, Ulamir, but have at it.
I would like an entire jug.
They are happy to provide it. I guess at some point, Cirilla, before you go off to rest, Alondra will kind of motion you aside and ask, so, Cirilla, I'm glad to see that you've survived. We grew worried when your warband did not return. What news do you have of them? Are they all right?
They're all gone. All of them.
And you see her kind of pause for a moment and just reflect on that. And she says, I'm sorry to hear that. Truly, today has been a tragedy for so many. But what of your new friends? Do you plan to journey on with them? I know you'd been entertaining the notion of going out and seeing the world for some time.
I've been thinking about it. I suppose if they'll have me, I will go. There's
And
not much left here for me, um, and there was, I wouldn't call it a prophecy, but a bit of a foretelling that leads me to believe that maybe journeying with them is the right course.
I understand. I'm happy to know that you're leaving us on a path of self-discovery. It's certainly a more positive departure than what we've seen today. If you'll come with me for a moment, I do have a parting gift for you.
Okay.
And she'll lead you back through the village to her home. And you walk inside, and she goes over, and underneath her bed, she pulls out a small little chest and opens it up. And in her hand, she has this small stone that seems to be carved into the shape of like a cat's head. And she says, this luck stone was a treasured possession of your grandfather from when he was a leader of a war band in our village. And when he passed away, he left it in my safekeeping to give to you when I felt you were deserving of such a token. And after helping to protect the village today, and as a memento for the quest you're about to go on, I present it to you now.
Thank you. She kind of, like, a few tears escape, but she's like quick to like brush them away, just ignoring that emotion.
All right. She says, good luck on your journeys. I'm sure you'd like to get to rest now.
Thank you.
And while they were having that conversation, I would assume we're all somewhat in a group having the conversation about, do we let Cirilla come with us if she decides she wants to? That way it's not weird whenever she gets back. Expect him to come. What do you think, Metatron? Oh wait, no, he's on the ship. I'm talking to everybody else. Dolomite, Ulamir.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
She was
Pretty useful.
certainly useful. So
Yeah. I think we could use her in battle. Ulamir, what say you?
I'm good.
All right, so that's that. We'll just tell Metatron.
The real question is, where do we go next?
that's what I want to know.
That's a good question. We should probably talk
Should
to
we
the captain
pour over
about
the
that.
map?
Map, yes. Let's look over the map. So,
Speaking of which, Zach, can I talk to the navigations guy real quick?
Yes, you can speak with Otto. He's like, hello, Captain. No, wait, Otto was an older man, or something.
Why do
I don't remember the voice.
Guy
I-
from...
Hello,
Otto
Captain.
was a
it's the
cook-
Simpsons
no,
guy. The Simpsons
Otto-
bus driver.
Was
I can only have two screens.
no, yeah, Otto was the navigator. Yeah.
Okay. Otto, where's the nearest church?
Church. I'd heard rumors of an abbey on Cranach Isle. And of course there is the church back in Saltmarsh. Though Cranach is a bit closer, though only by a couple days.
I need to speak to a priest.
Speak,
Oh.
priest.
You need to confess something, Captain?
Well, I don't want to worry you with it. But, just something we should take care of.
Well, you've managed to worry me by being so vague, Captain.
Listen, it's been 27 years since that axe's last confection. All right.
Well, Otto, if you're gonna pry the axe, and I show it to him, appears to be I don't know how it works,
Oh,
but I don't
pause.
know how to get rid of it either.
Well, you hit things with it.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit.
Just as a reminder, you don't want to part with the axe under any circumstances.
And that worries me.
Yeah.
We're going to speak with a priest.
Father, I like this
Well,
axe too much. I take it to bed with me.
Father!
And Otto will say, "My, that's a fine axe, Captain.
Thanks.
You mind if I hold it for a second? It looks quite nice. The craft-
That's the problem, Otto. I don't want you to hold it. I don't want anybody to hold it. They'd probably kill you for it, and I don't know why. So we're going to talk to a priest.
That seems like a wise course of action, Captain. I'll consult my charts tonight and plot us. And where would you like to head to? Cranach or back to Saltmarsh?
What are the rumors of this abbey?
Well, it's some sort of offshoot of the Silver Flame. They're normally, zealots, but these folks are supposedly more peaceful compared to their brethren. Though I don't know what exactly that means.
Well, I wouldn't like rumors of acts like this getting around. We'll go there.
All right.
Are you planning on doing this alone, or are you wanting the rest of us to go with you on this?
We're not doing this right.
We're not going to do this now. I mean,
Okay.
we're going to rest. I'm just
Okay,
getting us set for the next mission. Yeah.
Yeah.
fair enough.
It is like Otto will tell you it's like a 7-day journey.
Will we be able to buy supplies there?
I've never been to the Abbey, but it is possible. Although, as I said, Saltmarsh is only a short voyage from Cranach, and we can certainly resupply there.
We'll talk to the crew. Find out what seems like the best course of action.
You did save a tribe. You might be able to get some goods from them.
That's true.
Yeah, less mouths to feed. Yeah.
Oh, it seems like we don't have use for these anymore.
We do also have like 7 free slave crew members that probably want to go somewhere. So
Back to work.
Okay.
That's where.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
It's all in like pretenses that we're gonna get you home. We didn't say how quickly we were gonna get you
we
home.
could do that. I'm not against it.
But we're gonna get you home.
Yeah. Just a reminder, you are kind of like a little bit capped on room on the ship. Like I assume these guys you rescued are actually staying on that ship you were towing.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
We didn't have room for them.
So, yeah.
We're gonna have to fire.
And we have
somebody.
we're towing a ship. We're probably going back to Saltmarsh just to sell the ship, if anything. But I'll talk it over with you guys. What do you guys want to do?
We have to figure out who we're gonna fire.
I mean, that sounds good to me.
I'm down.
Yeah. Might as well get rid of it.
Go through the tailor again.
Oh yeah, you do need some new robes. They're probably tattered and torn now. Gotta get them freshened up.
Wait, to get more robes or something else?
I don't
That's
know
what I
yet.
want to know.
I don't know yet.
Reminder that we didn't make any money this whole adventure.
Yeah, you just tossed it all, got rid of everything.
Metatron is painfully aware that he picked up 2 more crew members and no money.
And you actually gave some away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
well, you got that ship you guys are towing. It had that cool catapult on the back of it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Fair amount of money.
Too.
You know, it's just a matter of selling it, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
do we have room to mount that on my deck?
You'd have to remove the mangonel,
Oh,
probably. Yeah.
for a person?
And if you remember,
catapult?
yeah, or person catapult.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it does suck if you miss
Oh,
with it for the
man.
people you're shooting,
But
you
no,
know.
not for the people. Metatron wants it so we can launch Metatron at the other ships. Can you imagine Metatron flying at somebody through the air? We have to get really good at
Singing.
aiming that bitch, but like, holy hell, that would be
I
funny.
got a skill to give you guys proficiency to shoot me into the air.
That's
I mean,
fair
I
enough.
now have fly, so there is that.
Oh well, we'll shoot you too, and then you can fly us.
I mean, I can just fly. I don't need a catapult.
Well, we'll discuss that when we sell the ship.
No,
I can
we'll
also
shoot,
cast
we'll
it on
shoot-
others, but
We'll shoot Metatron, but we'll tie like a rope around him, and then rope around each of us, so we're all just like all together flying over to the other boats.
That's funny.
That won't end badly.
definitely not.
No,
The mangonel is really good though.
it is really good. But is it Metatron flying through the air good?
Yeah, but that trick only works once.
It works once to kill 20 people. I don't know. Keep the mangonel,
We'll see what
that's for sure. But
20 people and Metatron is the problem. We'll see what happens.
fair enough. Fair
All right, I
enough.
guess we take a long rest then.
Yes.
I don't have.
Do I get? Is my strength back to my normal? Because that was down from the vampire fight, and we have not taken a
Oh
long
yeah,
rest. since
yeah,
then?
that should should
Okay.
go back to normal
With a
after
long rest, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So you guys wake up in the morning. The night passes uneventfully. As you guys are getting ready to set out, a few people from the village will come up with what looks like some supplies, some food and water. It's not much. It's about 3 days worth. Yeah, they'll say we don't have much to give, unfortunately, but hopefully these supplies will help carry you on to your next destination.
When
And
they
again,
say-
thank you so much for all of your assistance, and you're welcome anytime.
When they say we don't have much to give, I make an audible sound,
Oh, that's
just barely.
Of course you do.
I'm a musician. I'm only along for the money. Okay.
I wish there was more we could do for you, but I don't have anything else to give.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We'll be off then. Just kind of wave.
I'll get back on the ship.
All right. So yeah, you guys board the Sea Ghost, and you set off. Actually, I'll go ahead and pull up the map for a second. Okay. So yeah, you guys are starting out down around here, and you are sailing up here. Yep. Okay. So, see, Otto will tell you guys. See, it's about yep, 7-day journey. So you guys set off. Is there anything anybody wants to do with like the crew or?
At this point, I'm just want to relax. We've been fighting for like a week. It feels like, or more longer. Or probably has been longer, but it's been ridiculous.
You know what helps me relax? Some bagpipes.
Oh God.
And your boy rolled a 29.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Against all odds, people are relaxed.
I don't know what everybody says about Dolomite's music. I love Dolomite's music. I'm a big fan.
Thank you, Cap. That's why I'm here.
It is.
And money. And money.
So you guys will sail along for a few days. It's pretty easy going. Nothing eventful happens, but on the 4th day, those of you that are up on the deck hear a cry out from the crow's nest. The crew member up there says, "Hey, everybody, we got a few floating barrels floating off the port side."
Yeah.
Dude?
I'll go take a look.
Yep. And you see that there appear to be, there are 3 what look like they might be like casks or something that are kind of bobbing in the waves, kind of in the path that the Sea Ghost is headed in.
Bring in the barrels.
Somebody's going to.
On that command, some of the crew members will get the fishing nets you guys have aboard and cast them out. And they'll reel the barrels up. And you can see that like written on the side of these barrels, though the writing is kind of faded, it says New Galifar Vineyards on the side.
Ooh, it's
And it seems that 2 of the casks appear to be sealed and unopened. The 3rd one appears that it was opened up at some point and kind of like hastily resealed. You get the sense that maybe some seawater might have gotten into that one.
Well, I'll open it up and see what's inside of it.
Okay. So you crack open the cask and you see it's about only a little over half full. See, there's kind of like a red wine in there, and you can just kind of make out what looks to be some sort of lockbox sitting on the bottom of the cask.
Huh. Well, I'll
Just
reach
open
in and grab it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Adrod, get over here.
All right. What's up, Cap? What you need?
Lockbox.
Oh, okay.
Just need it to.
All right. I get out my trusty thieves' tools and begin to pick the lock. Actually, first, I want to investigate this box before I start touching anything. Can I get anybody, wizard style, to detect magic on this? See if there's anything dangerous. Cirilla?
I do not have detect magic, so.
Never mind.
I do. I'll detect magic.
I know you'll do the 10.
So you detect magic, and you get basically 2 sources of magic from within the lockbox. One appears to be some sort of illusion magic. The other, you get a hint of conjuration magic off of it.
Alrighty.
Guys, I have a strong idea that this is a mimic. I would not recommend this.
Yeah.
I mean, I could cast Identify on the box. I don't know if that would work. But...
How big's the lockbox?
It's about like say this big across or so.
Like a toolbox or something like that?
Yeah, sort of like a toolbox. Yeah.
All right.
It's not very good mimic. Ooh,
Yeah.
get it. Unlock it.
All right. I begin. I'm gonna go ahead and start the unlock process.
I'm gonna go back below deck.
17. 17.
So you're in there working with your thieves' tools. It takes you a minute or so, but you do manage to click it open.
So
however-
I'm not gonna open it. I'm just gonna hand the box back to.
Although as soon as you click it open, everybody on the deck, you witness as both Adron and the box disappear in a puff of blue smoke.
God damn it!
It's not a mimic.
Okay, now I'd definitely like to go over there and cast Identify as a ritual because I don't have it prepared.
The box is gone.
Oh, well, that's fun. Well, guess we lost some crew members.
I do have the invisibility, so I mean, I can try it.
I don't think that's what's going on.
Ronnie.
Absolutely.
Let me see. What? Okay. So let me message Bryce real quick.
Have fun in the astral plane.
Yep. And there it is.
To be fair, I warned you guys.
Okay. God damn it. Okay. So that sucks.
Anything else in the wine barrel?
Nope, just wine. Would you like to do anything, Adron?
Attempt I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals and see if maybe I can talk to a fish or a whale or a dolphin somewhere nearby.
Oh,
to help me, because I am in the water.
So you don't see any fish or whales or dolphins. You do, however, see a fin
Oh, god damn it.
approaching you.
Did it.
You are able to speak with animals, though, so
All
you
right.
can try to communicate with the shark.
Okay. Ooh, would this ring of animal influence be able to help me with anything? It's a fear.
Probably.
It's fear.
I think there is something that would help you.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals, and be like,
All
hey,
right.
hey, what's up, man? I accidentally got dropped here. I'm trying to get back to that boat over there. You think you could help me out?
Say, yes, I can carry you over there. Unfortunately, I have no arms. I'll have to store you in my belly.
No. I can hold on to the fin, man.
No, that's okay. You're in a predicament. I'll help you out.
Nah.
And
no,
he
no,
goes
no,
to try and bite you.
Damn it.
Oh, Jonah looking at him.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
Okay. So you managed to swim out of the way.
All right. I'm going to. Is he still close enough to me right now that I could potentially use? Let's see. I just added this one to me. Can I attack things through the water like normal range attacks? With like spells?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
I'm going to cast Ice Knife at it.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. And then 1d10. So 13.
The ice knife connects with the shark. And it fails its saving throw, so you can roll all the damage on that.
Alrighty. And no, that was the damage on it because it's a spell. It doesn't have a.
Oh,
Yeah.
for the ice knife, you do need to roll to hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, never mind then. I will roll to hit them. That's a 23.
Yeah. So you said it did 13 with the impact and the explosion.
Yep.
Okay. Blood is starting to fill the water. But the shark does not appear to be deterred just yet. 13 does not hit you. Let me see. So yeah, you can try to do something else.
All right. Is he close enough for melee range?
Yeah.
Okay, I have my +1 dagger. I'm going to attempt to shank him with that thing. For does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right. For 8 points.
Okay. And with that, you start to see the shark retreat for the time being.
All right. I don't know what else I'm going to be able to do. So I attempt to start swimming towards the ship, but I know they're
Sure.
swimming really fast. They're probably going way faster than I am. So
If I get a turn, I'd like to cast Fly and just kind of see if I can, like, look around the ship, like around to see if maybe it was a small, like, transportation spell that would have knocked them into the water.
You can, although I just looked at your guys' passive perceptions, and actually with all that flailing around in the water, Ulamir, you would have noticed that.
hell yeah. So
But does he say anything?
No.
Hey, hey guys, look at that. Just look at it.
I'll look over.
In
I'm
that
not
case,
drinking the wine, so
In that case, I'll cast it on Metatron because I'm assuming your strength is pretty high, and you can go. Or were you transported with him? Who was transported?
It was just Adron in the box.
Just
Just me in the box. It was a pain in the ass.
Okay, then yeah, I'll cast it on Metatron.
Do
You
I
can
still
go get
have
him.
the box, or is the box gone?
Yeah, you still have the box.
So I did all that fighting in the water while holding dumbass box. Because I know Metatron will yell at me if I don't bring the box back.
There you are, Adron. Get out of the water.
I'll just kind of hold my hand out to him, fly him with it.
The hand that's not holding the box, I'll grab his hand. I
Okay.
just had to fight a shark, man.
Yeah, and you're able to get Adron back to the ship. Looking in the box again, you can see on the roof of it there are some burn marks where some kind of magical glyph was placed. You gather that this was the trap that you triggered. And there's also a small coin pouch and what appears to be a leather-bound scroll case inside of the box.
Well, you opened it.
Hand it to
I
him.
wasted a 3rd level spell on it. I'm just saying.
Fair enough. No, I'm gonna. I just want the gold. Somebody else can have.
I just want the
other
spell
things.
scroll.
So she can have the spell scroll. I'm not. I don't really have any other spots for it. What was the other? Was there anything else that was in it?
Nope. Just those two things. So you find in the pouch there's 10 platinum pieces and 30 gold pieces.
I give one of the platinum pieces to Cap for coming and saving me.
Nah, that's nice of you. I'll take it.
I figured you would.
And Cirilla, if you open up the scroll case and kind of look over it for a second, you can see that this is a scroll of hypnotic pattern.
It was
All right.
10 platinum.
we
And
get
how
a-
many gold?
30 gold.
Okay.
I assume we're having some downtime. When I get a chance, I would definitely like to copy that into my spell book.
Yeah, assuming you have like the paper and the
I
ink
probably,
or whatever you need.
I probably don't.
Yeah.
I'll have to wait till I don't have anything.
Yeah.
have the
You can
basic
definitely
character.
buy that once you get the port. But
Oh,
yeah.
I'll
The
wait.
quartermaster would have that. I mean, you could requisition it. I'd have to send it to Cap to have it approved because there's a bit of a bureaucracy around here. But I have a form you can fill out.
It'll take about 2 weeks, but yeah.
Shipping and handling.
Shipping and handling.
Okay,
That's a good.
you guys, I can wait until we get to port to just purchase.
2 gold processing fee. It's all good. You know.
I don't know how much. I don't have much cash though either. I love being a beginner character.
Don't worry, you'll also get your check from the quartermaster at the same time.
You can just garnish your paycheck.
Wait, is that the quartermaster or was that your job, Adron? I don't remember. What was your
No, I'm first
first
mate.
mate? Position? Yeah. Who pays everybody? Is that the quartermaster?
I'm guessing I would, but they need to requisition their paycheck before they can get them.
Yeah, no one sent that in, right?
I have to go talk to HR, get my employee number,
6.
set up my W-2
Or
form.
my HR. So yeah, have fun with
Actually,
that.
it's more like 8 or 9 because we have Ronnie and we have Otis or Otto.
We
I
also
just have like 6 desks set up. You just got to put it in this inbox, and I'll take it out and put it in this inbox. And
Okay. So we are on our way to where are we going, Cap? I think we never did ask him where we were. Like,
There's an abbey on this island out here.
you,
I'd like to talk to a priest.
you got some confessions you need to make? You never were really one to worry about how many people you killed before.
Oh no, I've made my peace with that. It's something else.
All right.
Oh, and
I know what it was, but I haven't told
As a reminder, that cursed violin you guys came across,
Oh yeah, definitely.
the note you found on the guy who had it, it suggested that you take it to that same abbey.
Oh yeah.
So
Is this the abbey that he told us to take the violin to?
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot all about that. Yeah, we'll do that too.
We'll go get the violin so that we can do that at the same time.
Don't open it.
Nope, we're gonna keep it in its case.
Just letting everyone know.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
It may make you really good at playing the violin, but it's not worth it.
You'll get a lot of practice.
Some would say too much practice. Anyway,
okay.
how far are we away from this island?
So this was day 4.
Yep.
Day
4 really
the
sucked.
7-day journey.
Ooh, at some point, I'd like to cast Identify on that cat head thing I got.
Oh, yeah. So that is a luck stone. You can add that to your character sheet in D&D
Okay.
Beyond. And it gives you like +1 to saving throws and ability checks when you're attuned to it. Yeah.
Well, then I
Yeah.
will spend the time attuning to it.
Yeah.
Assuming.
We have a couple of days still.
Yeah.
So the rest of that 4th day passes uneventfully. And the 5th day goes by without anything too crazy happening either, for most of you. So Ulamir, you've gone to sleep at this point. The evening has come. You're just having a nice dream, whatever you normally dream about. And then you turn around and suddenly you're somewhere else. You appear to be standing on a large metal grate that has just a black pit beneath it, so deep you can't even see to the bottom of it. And all the walls around you appear to be made of some kind of onyx black bark, and there's an orange glow coming off of these strange pools of viscous liquid that are spread throughout the room. And immediately in front of you, you see what appear to be 5 thrones. One larger one with 2 smaller ones flanking each side of it. And upon these thrones, in the center one, you see a familiar face. It's that elven woman with the snake scales who had visited you before in a dream, the chosen mother. And to her left, you can see seated Utkash, the giant lizard folk that you had killed to get the first vial of blood. And the man with the snake arms that you fought down in the grave of Shanziru. And to her right, only one of the thrones is occupied with an unfamiliar face, a green dragonborn who appears to have the left half of their face just completely burned, like the scales just kind of scorched off of it.
Must have been from a really good guitar solo.
They all sort of eye you for a moment, and then the chosen mother speaks. She says, "Ulamir."
What's up, girl?
My ally Nasith has informed me that you bested him in the grave.
Damn
Unfortunately, my vision is not able to reach that far below the earth, so I have to ask, Were you successful in retrieving the blood?
Nah.
You failed. Well, I'd like to hear the story. I thought you more capable.
So, about the blood. I went down there. We went to Dragon. I did get some blood, but we were going back to the ship and we were attacked by these dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they attacked me, I went to drink a health potion, but I accidentally drank the blood instead of a health potion. They were right next to each other. It was a real kerfuffle that I was in. So,
Go ahead and roll a deception check for me.
Ooh, this roll.
we get my dice cards right. Hold up. It's a D20, right?
Yep.
14.
Do you not have a plus on deception?
Let me look. Hold up. I'm on my phone. Loady, bitch. Damn. Come on. Oh, 16.
Okay, so you watch as the chosen mother just kind of sighs for a moment. The guy with the snake arms starts to let out this kind of maniacal giggle. And she puts her hands up, signaling him to stop. And she looks back up at you and she says, Ulamir, it's very important that you never, ever lie to me. And the great beneath you begins to shake. And you look down as you watch as the shadows start to like writhe and move around. As if it's like as if it's not just an empty pit, but a pit full of shadowy snakes. And some of them start to poke their heads up through the holes in the grate. She says, now, I'll give you another chance. Did you or did you not retrieve the blood?
So, I think I answered the question. A, I retrieved the blood. But B, I drank it. I think that I've answered that quite clearly. And I've already died, so I mean...
So you drank it
Intentionally.
intentionally.
It is what it is. I'm not saying that I drank it intentionally, all right? You're really reading too much into this than what has happened. But, you know,
Well,
it happened.
you drinking the blood does not make you completely useless to us. However, it will make things slightly more inconvenient for you. Should you choose to come to us? Do you still plan to deliver yourself before us?
Why should I? Like, what are the repercussions if I don't? Like, why should I betray my friends and you know do that thing? But if I don't, what happens? I mean, what are the pros and cons here? Do you have a list?
For starters,
A little
Ulamir,
T-chart?
joining us will grant you power, the power of transformation into a higher form. Much like myself, much like my friend Nasif, much like Utkash, we were
really
all
don't
lest
take on.
before we drank of the amber sap and performed the rituals. Crossing us invokes our wrath. And as I'm sure you've seen, we are not a force to be reckoned with.
So you say that, but my friends and I have killed 2 of your champions so far. I mean, yeah, okay, they just disappeared, but we bested them. So is the power I will receive be greater than that? I mean, if that shows what the power is going to be, then I don't know if it's worth it.
And she says, "Is the power of immortality not enough? You said it yourself. You bested my champions, and yet here they sit, alive, unscarred. Think of what you can do, of the magics you can acquire with infinite life, Ula."
Yeah, but I've already died once, and it wasn't so bad. So I don't know. Are we getting to an ultimatum, or?
It appears we've already reached a decision. I've made all the offers I can make. I've made all the threats I can make. You've made a powerful enemy today, Ulamir. The favored will bring you and your friends to ruin. And the great beneath you crumbles away into rust, and you fall into the pit of shadowy snakes. And all you feel is just pain ringing out through you. Around this time, back on the ship, Kanatash, you feel this sort of prick, this sort of sense, wake you from your sleep. You recognize this as the quarry spirit that lives inside you, and you know that the fact that it's trying to contact you at all is a very rare occurrence, and usually signals something very dire. And you look over and you see Ulamir thrashing about in his bed.
So does my mind link work if they're asleep? Because it just says if they can see me.
I would say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So do I know what the quarry is trying to say to me?
Usually the only times, your quarry only kind of, perks up like this when there's some sort of dark, dangerous influence nearby you. And this actually sensation is much, much more intense than it has ever been before.
And then I just see Ulamir kind of thrashing around.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna wake Ulamir up.
Okay.
Kind of kick him a little bit in case I don't know if he's like gonna jar awake.
Okay, you manage to kick Ulamir in the side, and he falls out of his bed, and Ulamir suddenly, the pain stops. You can see again, and you wake up just drenched in sweat on the cabin floor, and Kanatash is standing over you.
Kanatash, gather the crew.
Are you okay, or just
gather the crew?
All right, okay. So I guess I'm going to everybody and just waking everybody up.
Waking on up, waking up.
Are you just waking up like the party, or like literally everyone on the crew?
I mean, he said the crew, so
okay.
I guess I'm just going around to everybody and just waking everybody up.
Okay. You can enlist the night crew to ring the bell.
Yeah.
To help get everybody who's below decks up. Yeah, everybody's groggy. Some of them are a little bit annoyed. They're like, "What's the matter? Are we under attack or something?" Like some of them say.
Captain.
And yeah,
Captain, you remember I told you about the woman, right?
Yeah.
In the dream? All right, so I'm going to address the whole crew and be like, listen, so I've made some very powerful enemies. This blood we were seeking, I was sent to get, to bring back to this, I don't know, this tribe. I don't know. Well, I basically told them to fuck off, and they're going to hunt us. You know, old giant lizard dude, old snake arms dude. They're going to come after us. So,
They're not dead?
just a heads up. Nah, dude, they're not dead. They're fucking like all powerful or some shit.
Who are these guys?
Damn it.
You remember Snake Arms dude? Snake Arms dude with the snake arms, you know?
Yeah, we killed them.
Nah, dude, nah. There's this lady with a half lizard face. She's slightly banging, but she's got a half lizard face. I'm kind of into it, but kind of not. But they sent me to get this blood, and I drank it, and they're gonna hunt us. I told them to fuck off, and they're gonna hunt us. So,
So,
Was it?
did they give you any
Predator
indication
cells.
on how quickly they were coming? Or do we have time?
no.
So we don't have any time.
But
Well, to be fair, they were already mad at us the first time you drank the blood. So, this
Yeah, they're. It's not gonna go well.
yeah, I
well,
had a chance. I told them, you know, I didn't want to betray the party. You guys have been cool. So, you know,
I mean, what did they
But-
want you to do?
they want me to drink some sap and deliver them myself. But I'm not about it, so
What happens when you deliver yourself?
infinite power, which would be dope, but also
Did you get that in writing, Ulamir?
I did not. And that's part of the problem, you know. There was no form, there was nothing.
As the quartermaster, you are all about paperwork. Why?
I really am. It's a
Did you-
real Vogon situation, but I didn't get any writing, so
I feel like
That's
it's
fair.
more like a trap.
I'm glad you're sticking to your guns on this. I'm going back to bed.
All right, so we
I'm just
could
saying, I don't know when this is gonna happen, but good luck.
we need to make it to this fucking abbey so we can figure some shit out so we can get some supplies. I know we got some supplies from Cyrilla's tribe, but we're definitely gonna need some more if we're gonna be out at sea battling shit.
I mean, I realistically think after we're done with the Abbey, we still have to go to port. But shouldn't be that far away.
You say
Hopefully no one dies.
Reassuring.
famous last words, but continue.
I mean, you remember the giant lizard dude, right? Like he was
Oh,
quite
fuck
a
yeah.
fuck.
Don't think we forgot about the giant lizard, dude.
And Snake Arms dude, he had snake for arms, you know, like.
we remember.
What's with all the reptilian people is the question.
Oh, Dolomite senses that Canatash is starting to hate too.
Don't worry,
These-
you'll meet the
these-
lizard folk. Apparently,
These
they're-
amphibian, subhuman, just scum. We need to get rid of them.
We really need to devise some kind of final solution for the amphibian.
That's what I'm saying.
I look at
I-
Cyrilla and I'm like,
I've written a book.
I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna go to my quarters.
Hear me out. It's all their fault.
Yep.
Peace out.
I'm done. Just jump off the boat. This is worse than I thought it would be.
Too late now. You're a part of
I
the
made a mistake.
team. It's all right. You'll understand what they're saying. I'm not a fan, but I don't hate them near as much. Only when I'm being attacked.
Which, good reason to hate somebody for that.
Constantly.
Okay, I guess everybody can go back to sleep now. Was that the end of your announcement?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, as you guys start to go back to bed, you hear your one one dwarf member of your crew, Ridge, kind of say just loud enough for everybody here. Was like, that could have waited till morning.
Listen, this was more for Ronnie than anybody else. Okay, we got to protect them. So
I like to imagine there's a Dragonborn crew member who's just like really uncomfortable now.
Hey, if anyone wants to talk about my book, its thesis, you know, the ins and outs, you know, I'm gonna be up all night thinking about it. So, still working on a title. My inconvenience, my something. I don't know.
reptilian comp, you know.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, that's not problematic.
So you guys go back to bed. The next day comes and passes uneventfully. Then on the sixth night, Metatron, you are asleep in your cabin. When you hear what sounds like some kind of like jingling of metal, kind of coming off in the direction the cabin, like where you keep your chest.
I've got spurs that jingle, jingle, jingle.
I'll go over to it.
Yeah, you get up out of your bed. You see there's a humanoid figure crouched over the chest, who seems to have like some kind of lockpick in hand, trying to open the chest up.
I will grapple him.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Natural 20, which comes to a 27.
Yep, this guy is grappled. You wrestle with him for a second, and you notice that this is one of your crew members. It's a small halfling male named Ashby, and he has this kind of like wild look in his eyes, like, and he's just saying over and over, "It must be played. It must be played. It yearns to be played."
Oh god damn it.
My precious.
Hear commotion in the hallway and I stick my head out.
And he's going to try and break free of your grapple. So go ahead and roll another grapple or athletics check for me.
8.
And he manages to slip loose. And he goes.
Is he running towards me?
He runs right back towards the chest and tries to pick it open again. And yeah, tries to start picking it again.
Alright.
I'm gonna just knock him out now.
Okay.
Yeah, if I just use my fists as I can just go for unconscious damage, right?
Yeah.
All right. A 21 to hit.
That'll do it.
I'll go ahead and make this a menacing attack. So 8 plus. Oh, that'd be 8 plus 7. So 15 points on the first attack.
Mm-hmm. And with that first attack, you just knock him straight out. Like he lands on the floor of your cabin unconscious.
Adrod,
Sir. What's up?
The violin's trying to possess people.
What am I supposed to do about it?
Well, you're supposed to drag the body to Kanatash's room.
Okay.
My room.
You're the doctor. Knock, knock.
No, that's fair. I
We did just knock the man unconscious.
mean, I could probably help with that. Possession, not so much.
Maybe you could sedate him,
Uh,
put him in some unconscious state
Oh.
so that he can not fucking try to be possessed.
Or we can have Metron knock him out every time he wakes back up.
Adron, you go get Kanatash. I'm gonna go put him in the guest room, the one with the bars on it.
And then,
Sounds like
Yeah, I'll go lock him up in the. We have one cell left, right? We didn't convert them all to guest rooms.
a
Yeah. Yeah. You still have at least one left.
All right. Yeah, I'll put some chains on his arms and sit him in the chair. Wait for Kanatash to show up to wake him up, see if he's still possessed.
I do tell Kanatash the cap needs him in the gulag.
Okay, I guess I'll go down and check out the possessed dude.
I didn't tell you why. So
Oh, you didn't even tell me why. You
I
just
just said Cap needs you, and I snicker.
So Kanatash, you walk down, and you see Ashby chained up in the chair, locked in the brig. He appears to be unconscious currently, and Metatron is standing outside the cell.
So, did you knock him out, or what did you do?
I knocked him out.
Why?
He's possessed by the violin. He was trying to break open the lock in my room.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yep.
Um,
I just want to see if he's still possessed. If you don't mind waking him up.
okay. I guess I'm gonna slap him awake. I don't know how else to wake somebody up.
You don't have smelling salts?
Well, you either wait a little bit, or unless you have like smelling salts or something, which I don't think you do. You could give him a hit point. That would wake him back up.
Oh yeah, I can lay hands on him for a hit point.
That was the plan I had. But
That makes sense. Okay. All right. So, waking him up.
So you pass your radiant energy into him, and he wakes up with kind of a gasp, and he's looking around all wild-eyed, like, What happened? Where am I? Why am I in the... Captain, what's going on?
you broke into my room.
And you didn't requisition the violin like it's a real issue.
You were trying to steal the violin.
Oh my god.
Have
I
you
didn't
been
hurt
here?
anyone, did I?
What?
I didn't hurt anyone, did I?
Nope.
Oh. That's a relief.
Wait, Kanatash.
Do we need to see if there's injured people on this ship now?
Yeah.
You can do a quick search of the ship, and there don't seem to be any other unconscious or otherwise harmed people.
And no
You
one's like
never hurt anybody.
or anything.
What was that?
You didn't hurt anybody.
Okay, no.
Okay.
But do you still want the violin?
And he kind of stops to think for a moment. He's like, kind of? Yeah, it's, oh, I had these dreams as a child to join the orchestra, but I'd thrown those away, and just the urge to play has been growing stronger and stronger with every day we've been out to sea. And gosh, even talking about it now, that violin deserves to be played. It yearns to be played. It needs to be played. And you see he just kind of starts to go into this little bit of a frenzy again, like he's fighting against his chains.
Someone
And
slap
you-
him in the face. Wake him, snap him out of it.
Well, maybe
And
we should
Probably
get him
remove
on
his one hit
you
point.
know, this could be his true calling. I don't know.
Uh,
Well, not the cursed one. We'll get him a different one.
Yeah, but he needs to fill out the proper forms to play the violin. Okay.
I agree. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
just gonna leave him in there and go back to sleep.
You tried,
Okay.
like, destroying the violin?
We tried.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I was made fun of for that one.
You could also just chuck it off the ship.
No.
We tried that too.
I mean, when you you've never tried to throw it off the ship, but like when you threw it out of the inn that one time, it did actually stay outside at the end.
It just continued.
No
to
reason to
play.
believe it wouldn't just sink.
All we need is our oldest enemy, the sharks, to learn to play the violin.
Yeah.
All right. So, Cap, how far are we away from the abbey? Let's get this violin.
Only about a day or so.
All right. Keep this thing locked up. Lock your door.
Can we just like shove it in a wine barrel and throw it over sea like your random little lockbox?
I mean, I'm more than willing to make it someone else's problem, but it's our problem now. And so I'm just trying to fix it.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's toss it. Let's do it.
Come in, Cap. We have an obligation.
I mean, I love musical instruments, but like,
We're
Hey.
already at the abbey. God damn it.
We're gonna keep it for now. So, everybody back to bed.
Why didn't wake you two up? You would have just thrown it off the boat.
That was exciting.
Funny.
All right. So you guys go back to sleep again. Morning comes. The seventh day passes uneventfully. The night goes by uneventfully, and early in the morning of the eighth day since you left behind Cyrilla's home, you see another island come into view. This one much smaller. It has steep, rocky cliffs jutting up the sides of it, though it does kind of slope down the sort of a beachfront on the south end of the island. And as you guys approach, you see that there seems to be some sort of robed figure kneeling down on the sand, and what appears to be a group of a few skeletons just standing around him. And that's where we'll pick it up next time, I think.
Awesome.
sounds good.
Cool.
Sweetness. Okay. So, with that being said, give me just a second. If you've tuned in with us again for another week, thank you. We will see you next time on Bright Bush Pickers. I'm not sure when. We'll let you guys know as soon as we know. Have a good evening.